Chapter 1. The Illusory Nature of Samsara. Quote, "The eye coursing in conceptuality is very mistaken. What is seen by mistake is unreal. A Buddha does not have the unreal." End quote. All Dharma gates speak about suffering and the end of suffering. In Jodo Shinshu we do the same. So what is the origin of suffering? Generally speaking, suffering comes from ignorance, which means taking as real and permanent that which is unreal and impermanent, desiring unreal objects, identifying with an illusory sense of self, and pursuing unreal and useless goals. All that we experience individually and collectively with our bodies and unenlightened minds is samsara. Depending on our karma, these experiences are classified into the 6 realms of existence: hell dwellers, hungry ghosts or pretas, animals, humans, asuras or demigods, and gods, devas. Simply stated, all beings are in a collective dream, where they experience the joys and sorrows they themselves created with their own minds, just like a beautiful dream or a nightmare is caused by the good or bad thoughts we had during the daytime. We also experience life in the above dreamlike samsaric states due to our own thinking, words and actions. A dream and a magical display of our own minds. This is the definition of samsara. A dream is real only for the dreamer, immersed in his own self-created fantasies, but not real for an awakened one or a Buddha. A dream exists as long as fantasies and illusions exist, and disappears when they disappear. Thus, we can say that the samsaric dreamlike experiences, good or bad, happy or painful, are the effect, while the illusions and attachments are the causes. As long as the causes for the cyclic existence are there in our minds, samsara will continue to exist for us. It is as simple as that. For the sleeping or unenlightened mind, all the worlds he sees and all the experiences he has are real, although from the perspective of true reality, they're just a dream or a magical display. Quote, "The triple realms of illusory wind are seen as like dreams in dreams." End quote. Because all phenomena of the samsaric existence arise due to the various combination of causes and conditions and disappear when such causes and conditions disappear, they are said to be empty and without self, that is, without a self-existent, independent reality of their own. You often hear the concept of emptiness or voidness, that is, shunyata, in the Buddhist texts. So this is exactly what it means, the non-reality or non-real in the ultimate sense of samsaric phenomena, who are constantly changing and do not exist independent of causes and conditions. Anything that exists due to the combination of causes and conditions cannot have a true, genuine reality. Although the samsaric phenomena appear as real to our unenlightened eyes, they're actually unreal and not true to the enlightened eyes of the Buddhas. From the perspective of the unenlightened beings, samsara exists, while from the perspective of the enlightened ones, samsara is empty or void. That is, it exists only at a relative level, but does not have true existence. This is exactly why it is said in the Heart Sutra. Quote, "When holy Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva performed the deep practice in the perfection of transcendent wisdom, he contemplated that there were 5 aggregates or skandhas, but observed that they were devoid of essential nature. In this case, Shariputra, form is voidness or emptiness, and voidness or emptiness is itself form. Voidness is not different from form, and form is not different from voidness. That which is form is voidness. That which is voidness is form. So it is for perception, conception, volition, and consciousness. O Shariputra, all things have the characteristics of voidness." End quote. All the physical and mental elements of a being are classified in 5 types of aggregates or skandhas. 1. Form, a generic name for all kinds of matter and the body. 2. Feeling or sensation. 3. Perception. 4. Mental formations or mental states. 5. Consciousness or mind. All these elements of a person are considered empty or devoid of essential nature, because they depend on various causes and conditions, and are always changing, just like a guy in his 20s will not be exactly the same when he will be 50. Here the words devoid of essential nature are extremely important, as they point to the deep truth that samsaric phenomena are not the ultimate reality, or the Buddha nature, which is the essential nature, uncreated, unchanged, and indestructible, hence not empty. In the sublime continuum of the great vehicle it is said, quote, the aggregates and so forth, which are the fruitions of afflictive emotions and contaminated actions, are like a magician's illusions, emanations, because although they appear variously in dependence upon conditions, when analyzed, they are without truth. End quote. Also, Shakyamuni encourages us in the Diamond Sutra to, quote, regard this phantom world as a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, a flickering lamp, a phantom, and a dream. End quote. Here are a few more passages related to the dreamlike nature of samsaric existence, which might help you contemplate on this profound truth. Quote, I bow at the feet of the masters, who teach that all phenomena merely arise from conditions, without any self, soul, or creator, and are like a dream, an illusion, a mirage, or an echo. End quote. Quote, I bow at the feet of the masters, who clearly teach that objects appear to be external, but are merely the habitual propensities of mind, and that even mind, intellect, and consciousness are mere names, mere designations, just emptiness like space. End quote. Dolpapa Sherab Gyaltsen, General Commentary on the Doctrine. Quote, the Blessed One taught, whatever phenomena is deceptive, that is false. Everything conditioned are deceptive phenomena. Thus they are false. End quote. Root verses on Madhyamaka. Quote, train yourself in understanding that all ego clinging and fixation on phenomena have no self-nature, no matter what meritorious action you may be involved in. Understand that all phenomena are like dreams and magic. End quote. Padmasambhava, Dakini Teachings. Quote, I have realized that all phenomena are like dreams, like magic. End quote. Padmasambhava, Advice from the Lotus Born. Quote, when you feel attachment towards something attractive or aversion towards something repulsive, understand that to be your mind's delusion, nothing but a magical illusion. When you hear pleasant or unpleasant words, understand them to be an empty resounding, like an echo. When you encounter severe misfortune and misery, understand it to be a temporary occurrence, a deluded experience. Recognize that the innate nature or Buddha nature is never apart from you. End quote. Padmasambhava, Advice from the Lotus Born.